All right, team, I just started recording as well. JPACT regular sessions. That's how I could call it right now. Primarily for the reason that I think this is something that we need to do on a constant basis um, to be able to really succeed in the job hunt that we are in the pursuit of. Certified training. So, team, while we know that, oh, sorry. While we know that, from a skill development perspective, I'm sorry, give me 1 second, team. I don't know why. So, team, primarily, what are we looking at from a JPAC perspective? If even if you go to the website, it is the same message, jpac.in. It's a program that is built to try and take you from one level to the other, team. It is very important that you get a great exposure on multitude of these aspects that we are working on, right from the core skill development. How do you go about doing your certifications live projects, how we go about the finishing and grooming aspect, and finally the job placement work support. These levels are very critical. So like I was mentioning earlier, let's go to my drive. I should find it here. Yep. We are talking about these topics and how do we go about achieving them as a group, as a team. And I want you to really speak in these sessions, guide me on where you are in your career so we can then take it to the next step, team. All right. So, yeah, we are here at this document. Let me get this out. And there is this drawings. Here you go. So, no underline. So now weekly sessions, 3 sessions, 10 sessions, I don't know, team. We need to really get this going as group where we can discuss technical issues, be it from practice and so on, where we can discuss project work, not just status and work, team, even how to put a project into a resume. So all that hard work that you do in any project, how do you nicely summarize it and put it up there? We need to get into job hunt. In general, there are a lot of, this is wrongly formatted. Excuse me. Okay. So when it comes to job hunting, there's general practice, general guidelines on thumb rules that we all need to follow. That is something we have to learn, we have to build. I've put this as tutorials. I've spent a lot of time on these aspects in my career, team. I need to put them correctly applied to each of you. All right, let's get to you very quickly now. Next is our one-to-one discussions. This, let us schedule them. That is very important, team. I'll not mess with this. Schedule a session, a meeting with me. And then we have other team members also who want to be able to pitch in, help you out, and guide you through it. What kind of things can we do in group sessions is very important. What we do in one-on-one discussions is also very critical, team. So look at them as two different aspects. One-on-one discussion, we can talk specifically about your resume. Where are you? How are you? What skills we need to acquire? We talk about counseling to you. Okay, so let's do a lot of counseling also, team. Let's not forget that aspect of it. Everything is getting changed the minute I'm doing it. There's this somewhere loose formatting or something. There you go. Now it will not act weird. It must start with counseling, team, as to where you are. I know as JPAC members, I've not spoken to each of you. As general, I'll get an idea, but some amount of information I want to collect. And let me show you what that information will be. How will I take it to the next line here? Okay, there you go. Now you're talking to me. So these are very important, team, to understand your perspective and goal. What is important for us now is in the same folder that we have, I'll start maintaining kind of a sheet, team. The problem is with how, hi Pavan Sunil, I think you've joined as well, right? So if you've joined, that recording option has gone to you. Can you please stop the recording and give it back to me? All right. So where's our folder? So team, this is a great skill gap analysis that we will all pursue. Okay. I want each of you, I'm going to make a copy of this and move it into our folder. So all the JPACT, CSD, we used to call them CSDT members also. We used to do a very detailed skill gap analysis. JPACT November 2018 and folder. These are the earlier JPACT folders. Went all the way down. We'll come back to JPACT. There you go. All right. Cool. Now, in here, team, if you notice the sheet, it is got details of what skills we expecting to develop. All right. Stop the recording also. I'm just recording for our evening members also. That way. Yep. This is ours. Okay, team. So I want you to be able to fill your own details, maybe at leisure. Take your time, get everything filled up as to what you. And something was happening with it. Sorry. There you go. So, team, the two sheets right now in our JPACT folder that I've put together. The one is this Excel sheet. The other is just a document that we're working on. This sheet, I want you to have access to and put your details. As a team, you'll be able to really assist each other. And there's a lot that we can do with that. So here you go. That's one. My system is pretty slow and weird today. This. We'll talk about this. Okay. Now, team, I want you all to start speaking back to me. Tell me where you are, how we are. Now, from my perspective, team, there are a few stages. Why is it acting so weird, Google Drive? There you go, finally. You are in a learning stage. That's your stage one, okay, where you have no much experience to it. Your stage two is you put together some project work. Stage three is certifications and how do I say, project work could be dummy projects sometimes, team, sometimes could be very realistic ones. But the fact that certifications and reference projects, which can go onto your resume. And then comes your stage four as to very strong job hunt. Now, if this is fine way of four stages, team, where are you on each stage? Can I just quickly know, please? Which stage are you all at? So if you're in a learning stage, I would want to give specific advice. If you're in a project work stage, specific certifications and so on. Okay. Now, Who wants to be able to speak back to me in the audience? I have a question. I would love to unmute you, team. You have a question, please raise your hand. I want you to interact with me. Manisha, I see your hand raised. Not sure if you do have a question. If you do, get your hand back up once again for me, please. Swati had to leave. Yes. Hafiza, I'm not in Skype. Hafiza, if you're not on Skype, install Skype, get an ID and share it. It is mandatory for you to be on Skype if you want to be on the project. What I did mention, team, earlier is if you're not part of the Selenium Live project that we are into, then you must join immediately. The reason being that we created a, oh no, I shouldn't have. Skype group, and we have all of them there. There are at least 20 of us here in this session, but in the Selenium Live project, hardly about 7, 8 of you have joined so far. I have shared my Skype ID. I will put it back again. You add me on Skype, and I will add you to that group. What is it that we are doing in that group? We're doing an amazing Selenium project. Okay, so do not miss the Selenium Live project for every JPACT member, because a lot of time for interaction we will spend in that project as well. All right, team. So I'm ready for taking questions. I really want to listen to you and see where you are and what we have to do next. Okay. I have 2 hands raised, Saroja and Manisha right now. I have a few more questions. Okay, can you send me a link to Yasmin? Something is going wrong with the link that can't be. Who's Yasmin? Send a link to Yasmin. I don't know who's Yasmin Afiza. And some of these transactional things, can you please take them offline? It is tough for me to focus on small transactions, team, or rather I focus on big goals for your career. It is your choice. You have to help me by helping yourself with basic things, please. Okay, that is why I'm putting you all as a group. Now, similarly, we could create one more group if we want in Skype, team, for JPACT members, more interested in how we're looking at job placements and so on. I would prefer a Skype group rather than a WhatsApp and so on, because Skype is all official for me. If you don't have a Skype ID, then please get one. Install Skype. We can do screen shares, audio conferences, everything on that. Slowly, maybe even this JPACT sessions we can move there. All right. Yesterday you shared folder in the Google Drive, but I didn't get it. So can you please share? Neha, which folder yesterday I shared? Now see, this is the problem, team. I do a dozen trainings in a day, team. Just let me be clear. So if you ask me such questions, how will can you send? Yesterday you shared folder in Google Drive, but I didn't get it. So can you share with me? I did not share anything to anyone. I am only sharing with people who are joining this group. Is that clear? You follow my instructions, team, rather than trying to follow what you are not doing. Please join my Skype. I will then put you. I just finished a call and I shared this with everyone. You join there. I know if your NDA is created and not, then I can put you there. So team, next time before you ask a question, think again, what is it? Let's not deviate from the JPAT goal. Again, transaction we're going. I didn't get this. I didn't get that. Where is your resume? Show me your resume. Show me your skill. Where are we stuck? What are they asking in interviews? Let's talk about those. I'm in stage 1. I have ISTQB Foundation certificate and planning to take ACT certification on November 29. Very nice. So that's good. So for stage 1, like stage 1 is even in the learning stage, what my recommendations will be: do lot of project work. Get minimum of 4 projects into your resume in 2 months. That's very key, team. Okay. And that's also making your hands dirty. So focus on that. Do project, get it in a shape. All right. And for some of you, okay, again, so do a lot of practice project. This all project works on a team. You have to get into project work. You have to start doing it. All right. But that's good. We've started on it. ISTQB Foundation certification is important. You already have that. So that's a great start. I'm going to go to the audience with hands raised. All of you, please don't take me wrong if I'm trying to come out very hard sometimes. Just that in the typical corporate world team, you go and join a large corporate, right? They will look at you like, how did you even work in an industry that you're asking us such questions? So we will totally get towards that zone slowly. Okay. Manisha, you have a question for me? Manisha, your hand is raised. I don't know how, maybe it's a defect, but I thought you had a question. Saroja, do you have a question?
Hi Karthik, this is Saroja.
Hi, Saroja. Yes, tell me, please.
Yeah, now just looking at the agenda you have put in, like there are four stages: stage one, two, three, four. In this
Mhm.
group, there all of us are included, like a layman like me who's in stage one as well.
Yes, yes.
How will we work on it, and how will you like teach us individually, or like a group of like stage one
Sure,
people, or
sure. Very
should it be
simple.
more of the videos?
Huh. So, for example, till here, right?
Mm-hmm.
One second. Is all the training project work that we're doing anyway on the site, which is not interfering here. Okay. Now, the most participation that will happen is with stage three and stage four people. And of course, job hunt and interviews. Then there'll be a stage five is work support once you are into the job. So for at least the stage three and stage four, there'll be a lot of interactions in this class. For what about for stage one and stage two? While you're seeing how we are developing them, you also are preparing accordingly. Your focus would be only on training and project work otherwise, but you're also seeing how we are trying to work on projects, put them correctly into a resume. Let's put it here, resume, certifications, and reference projects. So each of them will be in a different zone. But what I'm focused right now, Saroja, for me, it is you. I want to know where you are, and we will talk about it. For those of you who find relevance in what we're doing, we'll stick on with the session. Otherwise, we'll summarize that this is how it is. We'll keep documenting whatever we do every day, and we'll keep working. Once I know that it is time that I have to do a one-on-one and we get into a mock interview stage, we'll take it much more professionally then. We'll go through your detailed resume. Till then, we're building you till there. All right, Saroja? So it's a
Yes, okay.
JPACT program. It's one
Yeah.
JPACT program, early
And,
member to advanced, everyone. So each of us can assist even the newbies coming into it. That let's do it this way as well.
okay, so it's like you'll know in which level I am, and then tell me what to do. Like if I have to start with Selenium, then start with that,
Correct.
work on it too. And how, like you said, four projects. How will we know like from where to take the project and how to work on it?
See, very simple. Okay, you're all
Uh,
JPACT members, right? You have access
uh,
to iTeLearn.com. Let me
okay.
mute one, please. In iTeLearn.com, just go back to the old projects. Go to online courses, Selenium, let's say. Take also a catalog, maybe a HPQTP project. You don't have to really be in that project to understand what is happening. Two projects, you have to work fully team. I'm putting in as many projects as possible. But let us say you go to the Selenium, go to the project and pick up any of these old ones. Take up a May project, take up the older projects if you want. Any of these and start looking at the videos also. It gives you a good perspective. Oh, okay, this is how we did one project. So that application will be different. What you've seen through videos, how we approached it, how they did it. If you already have a good amount of projects, so now that is where I start. Where is your resume? Now let us say if you have about 5 years experience and you've got about 6, 7 projects, then I'll say don't add 4 more projects. Just do 2 more projects. Let that be relevant with it and then put them. I now need to see your resume. Where are you? So then I can guide you accordingly.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah.
And team, I know from you also, some of you are in JPACT who started with ACT training. And you remember you had that assignment folders and so on. Get your resume team. And during these sessions, maybe half an hour, we will do as a group. Then I will get off and I'll do one-on-one on Skype and we can go through them. Okay. Very
Okay.
important is how do we get your resume correct and start pushing it into the market. If your resume is there, then we should go for it. That's very important, team. How to build the resume? what are the keywords to add, how to keep pushing into the job market. We'll keep talking. All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Anyone has a dummy resume or just take out your name, any client details, and show it to me. I can do a review about it. Hi, Samir.
Hi
I
God.
can, but now I can hear you fine.
So I have attended all the trainings in iTeLearn, which is related to Selenium, CI/CD, and Catalan Studio,
Okay.
and I can write scripts. I can even design and develop the framework, and
Hmm.
I can run and debug the scripts in Java.
Okay. That's great.
So
And
I can
I
work
think
on
you're also there in the
concepts.
Selenium Live project, right, Samir? You joined this, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's great. Now, now, Samir, what I need to have one-on-ones with when we do, right? The one-on-ones will start team once you send me your resume. Then
Okay.
it's a great starting point of conversation. Or during the counseling at any time, that Karthik, what do I learn? Counseling can be group counseling. Ask your questions. Where are you? So now, if I understood you right, Samir, you went through Catalan and Selenium, correct?
Yeah.
Trainings?
CI/CD.
Perfect. So now I think this Selenium Live project, you can take very active participation. And let us start
Yeah.
getting your resume ready as well. And what is very important, most of you, I'm assuming, are from the US. Anyone from other than US right now? Even if you're from Canada, let me know once, please.
I'm from Canada, but
Oh,
currently
you are.
in for a few days.
Sure. Anyone who wish to speak, team, please raise your hand. So, Samir, now as you do this, take some time during these hours to be able to show me where your resume is and we can work on it. We can talk about a little bit about what next for your career too. All right.
Okay, sure.
Great. I have Hafiza. Hi, Hafiza. Anyone having a question, please raise your hand, team, so I can unmute you. Saraja is also from Canada. Padmaja, you want to talk? Sure. Why don't you raise your hand, Padmaja, in the GoToWebinar? Pankaja is from India. Wow, pretty late for you. I'm pausing portions. I'm recording some of it. I'm pausing it for some reason. I don't know why. But yes, please, Padmaja, do share it, and your resume. We'll go through it.
Okay.
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 And live project team, just get onto the Skype. But let me ask you this question. You're all JPACT members here, right? Is there anyone who's not a JPACT member in here? And from, okay, that's fine for some of you. For those of you who, did you, most of you are there from who attended in this call. Let me put it correctly. I'm getting, my English is getting bad and bad. So just few minutes before this session, I had a Selenium Live project discussion team. In that, we discussed a few things. If you're there in that, I can, and if you're all interested to be part of such an activity, I can show you even now what are we doing and what you can take. It'll just take me 2-3 minutes. All right. But I'll have to not record it and that way, show you what it is. So team, that is a very, very interesting projects to be part of. And if I'm able to deploy, my only intent is to write phenomenal tests now. So, we know how things will happen with the application, where it'll pass, fail, and so on. That's where a lot of assistance we will start with. Even if you don't know coding, that's exactly what we're fine with. We can start with executing. Now, that's the Selenium Live project team. Just to let you know, while the session, here's the test running itself. You can take it. Okay, wait 1 second. Team, again, like I was mentioning, welcome once again to JPACT, and I really want you to ensure that we take the best benefit out of it. A lot of projects works we will do, a lot of learning activities that as a group we will do, but more importantly, resume preparations and so on. So let's focus on that too. All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you back on Skype group. Let's keep connected then. Thanks all. Bye now.